Good evening, friends. Welcome to DURGASOFT. Okay, and welcome to logic-based programming batch. Okay, sir, what is this logic-based programming? I clearly explained in the last few videos. So, what is the need of this course? Why we need to join into this course? What benefits you are going to get from this course? Each and everything clearly I explained in the first demo sessions. Okay. Next and after that, the details of this course is nothing but it is LBP 7th batch. The timings of this batch is nothing but 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. every day. We are going to have a session from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. 1 hour session will be there from Monday to Friday. The duration of this particular batch is nothing but 3 months, sir. Okay, we started in March, April, May. In these 3 months we are going to finish this batch. And coming to the syllabus, there is no particular syllabus for this. We are going to cover the programs which are related to the numbers and which are related to the strings, arrays, matrices, and previously asked questions in the various interview rooms. All these things will be covered, sir. The tool which we are using for this purpose is nothing but hacker rank tool. Okay, I will show you how that link is going to work. So hacker rank link tool we are going to use for this. Total how many programs we are going to cover for this batch, in the sense 350 programs we are going to cover, sir. What is the fees for this batch is 2000 rupees. To whom we have to contact for registration? 9246 212143. Okay, and the benefits also I explained very clearly, and daily what activities we are going to see. Okay, so first point, we are going to read the problem statement very clearly. Suppose if you are unable to understand the problem statement, sir, minimum 2 to 3 times we have to read, sir. Okay, then next and after that, we have to identify the logic behind the problem. Suppose if this is the problem, how to identify, okay, logic behind that. Because once if you got the logic, implementing in the various programming languages will become very easy. That's why it is highly recommended to identify the logic. Sir, once if the logic is identified, okay, then we are ready to implement the program in C language, in Java, and then in Python. So of course, for users, I have given permission to implement the program in C++ also, but I am not going to implement. Okay, next and after that, we have to run and check the program for the errors. Every program, C program, Java program, Python program, we have to check for errors. So if there is no error, then you can submit the code for public test cases. Public test cases in the sense, the test cases which are visible to the user. So visible test cases in the sense, inputs and outputs already they have given for some test cases. So we have to check for that. If everything is clear, if everything is passed successfully, you can able to do final submission. So final submission in the sense what? That program will be submitted, sir. Okay, sir, total 9 test cases will be there. So if all these 9 test cases are satisfied, that means that the program is correct, sir. Okay, this is nothing but what you need to get. And input and output statements in various programming languages I explained very clearly in the last video. Okay, so what are the input statements that are available and what are the different types of output statements available, I explained very clearly. If any new member is there, you can refer the previous recorded sessions, sir. And the first program, what is the first program, sir? Even number or odd number. How you can able to check whether the given number is even number or odd number? I implemented the logic and we executed the program also very clearly. This is nothing but hacker rank link, sir. It is not permanent link, just a temporary link. Okay, so because we are going to see a new link once if the program, once if the registrations are completed. I implemented this program in C language and even Java and even Python. Now second program also we started, wired or not wired. Okay, Sir, I explained very clearly about this program also. Okay, what is the logic for this? Everything we completed very clearly. But third program also we have started, which is nothing but leap year or not. Okay, so to check whether the given year is leap year or not, how you can able to develop the program, sir, I explained very clearly in the last video. Okay, so what is the logic behind that? So an year is said to be leap year if it is divisible by 4 and if it is not a century year. Suppose if it is the century year, what will happen? Sir, it should be divisible by 400. Okay, it should be divisible by 400. If any one of this condition is satisfied, then you have to print the message saying it is the leap year. Otherwise it is not the leap year. Like this we have to print, sir. Okay, so for this I implemented the program in C language. Very clearly I explained the program in C language. Sir, even I implemented the program in Java also. Now it's time to implement the program in Python. So please confirm, up to this do you have any doubts, sir? Please confirm, up to this do you have any doubts? Because if everything is clear, I will go with implementation. Clear, right? Yes, sir. Now let me go for Python implementation. I want to implement this program in Python. Sir, there are two ways are there for implementing. I am going to develop two versions for this program. Okay, so what is the first version is nothing but the core concept. Okay, what is the first version is nothing but the core concept. Like have a look once. That LBP test I am going to take. It is asking for sign up. You can connect with Google account. Perfect. Now what is the problem number? LBP3. Yes, leap year program. Now I want to do in Python. So first we have to read the value of year from the user. So int of input, I am going to read the value of the year from the user. Now you have to check whether that year percentage 4 is equal to 0 and that year is not century year. Or suppose if it is the century year, that year percentage 400 should be equal to 0. If any one of these condition is satisfied, sir, I am trying to print the message saying true. Else I am printing the message saying false. Okay, sir, do you know you can remove this, and you can take directly like this also. So print of, sir, print of year percentage 4 is equal to 0 and year percentage 100 is not equal to 0, or year percentage 400 is equal to 0. Sir, what will happen? If any one of the condition is true, the result is true. Anyway, the expected answer is also true or false. So hence no issues, right? Let me run the code. Sir, working properly. Let me submit the code because these are logical operators. The expected output is also true or false only. Okay, that's why directly I have done. Okay, so total 9 test cases are there. All these 9 test cases are passed successfully. Sir, this is first version. What is the second version? Why you are taking this much logic? Better you can go with predefined functionality. Okay, so you have to accept the value of year from the user, and there is one function is there, calendar module is there. In that is leap function is there. Okay, is leap function is there. Sir, you have to pass that year as argument, so it will return automatically whether it is a leap year or not. But for this compulsory you have to import calendar module, because in the calendar module only this facility we have. Okay, now sir, I want to run the program. Let me run. Perfect, sir. I want to submit the code. Sir, you can able to see all the test cases are passed successfully. This is nothing but how you can able to run the program. Please confirm, do you have any doubts in this Python implementation, sir? Please confirm. Please confirm. Any doubts up to this? Clear? Sir, please, I request a total 15 members are there. I request everyone to respond. Okay. Now, sir, I want to go for the next problem. Okay. Sir, what is my next problem is nothing but LBP number. Okay. Sir, LBP number 4 I am taking. LBP number 4. So what is the title of this particular program is nothing but just have a look once. E-commerce company bookshelf. This is nothing but title of the program. Sir, observe carefully. E-commerce company bookshelf. Okay. Yeah. Sir, now the e-commerce company bookshelf wishes to analyze its monthly sales data between minimum ranges 30 to maximum range 100. Sir, minimum 30 to maximum 100. And the company has categorized these book sales into 4 groups depending on the number of sales. With the help of these groups, the company will know which stock they should increase or decrease in their inventory for the next month. The groups are as follows. If the sales range is in between 30 to 50, the group is nothing but D. If it is in between 51 to 60, the group is nothing but C. Okay. Sir, please confirm, is my screen is visible? Yes. Sir, if it is in between 61 to 80, then it is under B group. If it is between 81 to 100, it is under A group. Okay, like this we have. Now we have to write an algorithm to find a group for the given book sale. Input is nothing but an integer sale count which represent the total sales of the book. And constraint is what? The sale count must be in between this range. And we have to print the character which is representing that one. Sir, what is the logic behind this? Very simple, sir. They are trying to increase the book count. Okay, bookshelf count. Sir, based on the previous month sales count. Suppose, what is a primary condition? So first we have to read n value as a sales count from the user. Next, what is our task? Okay, the value they have given the constraint. The value of the n must be greater than or equal to 30 and less than or equal to 100. So then only you have to do your job. Then what is your job? If the value of n is greater than or equal to 30 and the value of n is less than or equal to 50, then sir, we have to print it is in D grade, sorry, D category. Else, if n is greater than or equal to 51, okay, and n is less than or equal to 60, then it is coming under which category, sir? C category. Else, if the value of n is greater than or equal to 61 and the value of n is less than or equal to 80, so then it comes under which category? B. Else, sir, directly, else then you can print the value called A. Sir, if you write these conditions properly, okay, in appropriate programming languages, definitely it will return the correct results for your program. Okay, sir, let me check. In C language, we will check. In Java, we are going to verify. And in Python also, we are going to verify. Sir, please confirm, is the logic is clear for you people, guys? Please confirm, is the logic is clear? Please respond and please wait for 1 minute, sir. Okay. Shall we go for implementation? Yes. Let me implement in C language. Let me implement in C language. Sir, how to implement this problem in C language, we will see now. LBP number 4. Yes. Have you observed the clearly the problem statement they have given? Okay. Some sample test cases are on 90 means A category, 45 means D category, sir 77 means B category. Now I need to implement in C language. Okay. So integer n I am taking. Sir, directly we have to read the data. Percentage D comma ampersand n. What is the primary condition? The value of n should be greater than or equal to 30 and the value of n should be less than or equal to 100. Then only you have to verify. Then n is greater than or equal to 30 and the value of n is less than or equal to 50. Then we have to print a message saying D. So else if the value of n is greater than or equal to 51 and the value of n is less than or equal to 60, then we have to print the message saying C. Else if the value of n is greater than or equal to 61 and the value of n is less than or equal to 80, then we have to print the message saying B, sir. Else I need to print the message saying A. That's all. Beyond that, nothing is there. Let me run the code. Sir, you can able to see public test cases are passed and submit the code for final approval. You can able to see all the private test cases also passed, sir. This is nothing but a C language implementation. Boss, I want to implement the same program in Java. But before moving to the Java, please confirm, do you have any doubts in this C language implementation, friends? Please confirm, do you have any doubt in this C language implementation? Yes, please confirm, friends. Okay, very good, sir. Let me take Java implementation. I want to implement this code in Java. Okay. Select the programming language as Java. Declare scanner class. Scanner obj is equal to. So I am taking new scanner of system.in. So integer n is equal to obj dot next int I am taking. Okay. Next, I am verifying whether the value of n is so greater than 30 and the value of n is less than or equal to 100 or not. If yes, the value of n is greater than or equal to 30 and the value of n is less than or equal to 50 means I want to print the message saying degrade. Else, if the value of n is greater than or equal to 51 and the value of n is less than or equal to 60 means then I want to print the message saying sir C grade. Else if the value of n is greater than or equal to 61 and the value of n is less than or equal to 80 means system dot out dot so println of I want to print B. Else, if all these conditions are not satisfied, I'm going to print the message called A. That's all. Let me run the code. Yes, 3 test cases are passed successfully and submit the code for final approval. Sir, all the test cases are passed successfully. So this is nothing but how you can able to implement in Java. Let me go for Python implementation of this program. I'm taking code in Python. So n is equal to int of input I am taking. So if the value of n is greater than or equal to 30 and the value of n is less than or equal to 100. So n is greater than or equal to 30 and n is less than or equal to 100. Then we have to verify, is it greater than 30 and is it less than or equal to 50 or not. Then we have to print the message saying D. If the value of n is greater than or equal to 51, okay, and the value of n is less than or equal to 60, because in Python, sir, we don't have else if, and similarly we don't have and operator, all these things you have to code manually. So if it is greater than or equal to 61 and less than or equal to 80, so then we have to print the message saying, sir, B category. Else, if all these conditions are not satisfied, it is under A category. Let me run the code. Perfectly working. And submit the code for final approval. So you can able to verify here, all these test cases are passed successfully. Okay, this is nothing but how you can able to implement in Python. Please confirm, do you have any doubts up to this program? I request everyone to respond. Any doubts up to this? Fine, sir. Now let me go for next problem. What we have here is, sir, LBP number. Okay, LBP number 005. Next number from the integer passed. Implement a program that takes a number as an argument and increment the number by +1 and return the result. It's a very simple operation, I think so. So we have to read a number and we have to increment the value by +1 and we have to return the result. Okay, input is nothing but an integer value from the user, and the constraint is that number should be greater than or equal to 0, and an incremented value we have to print. Okay, sir, let me go for implementation. I think logic is not required, but anyway, in C language, how I can able to do means plus n I can take, because pre-increment. So in C++ also we can take plus n. In Java also we can take plus n. Okay, but in Python, sir, so we should not take, we have to take n is equal to n plus 1. So because increment and decrement operators are not there in Python, Okay, increment and decrement operators are not there in Python. Sir, please confirm, is the logic is clear for you people? Then I can go for implementation. Please confirm, friends, is the logic is clear? Please confirm. Now let me go for C language implementation, sir. I want to implement this program in C language. So problem statement clearly they have given. Okay, now I am taking C language. So I am taking integer n. So scanf percentage d comma ampersand n I am taking. If the value of n is greater than or equal to 0, then directly I can print the result saying plus plus n. That's all. Automatically that value will be incremented. Sir, don't use post increment. Post increment means what? First print the value and then increment. So pre increment means what? First increment and then print. Okay, like difference is there, sir. Sir, all the test cases are passed. This is nothing but how you can able to implement in C language. I want to go for Java implementation. Sir, how you can able to implement in Java? Let me have a look once. Scanner obj is equal to, I'm taking new scanner of system.in. Integer n is equal to, sir, I'm taking obj dot next int. So we have to verify, is it greater than or equal to 0? If yes, system.out.println of plus plus n I am taking. That's all. Perfect, sir. Now let us submit the code. All the test cases are passed successfully. This is nothing but how you can able to implement in Java. I want to implement in Python. I told already. So in Python, we don't have any increment and decrement operators. That's why we have to write the code manually. Okay. So now I am taking n is equal to int of input. Okay. So if the value of n is greater than or equal to 0, n is equal to n plus 1, then you have to print the value of n. That's all. Perfectly working. And let us submit the code. Yes, all the test cases are passed. Sir, clear up to this? Any doubts up to this? Please confirm, friends. Any doubts up to this? Please confirm. Yeah. So that's all about today's session. Remaining things will be continued in the next class, sir. Okay, that is tomorrow.